Hi, this is Steve Childs. They didn't win. I was very discouraged, depressed, hopeless earlier because I woke up and they're still tormenting me. They're still trying to break me. And they can't, and I couldn't get them to stop. I tried reasoning with them and threatening that I will push button A because I had a dream that things were so horrible for me. They said, if you want to destroy everything, push button A. And I thought I better because what's going on here can't continue. I need to push button A. So I did, but we're still here. But they know I'll do it. So I use that, I weaponize that against them when they're tormenting me. I'll push button A, you know. And they don't stop. So I put my headphones on and started listening to some videos that are on the topic of we have no evidence of Jesus or Paul or Muhammad or Moses. So we're thinking these are made up stories. It's just a story. And of course I'm spiritual atheist, so God is made up. What people call God is like a servant of what I call the divine oneness. So I put on some music after listening to some people that make sense about religion that know that it's fraudulent. Oh, that's the word, fraudulent. I'm happy because I came across Intuitive Heart Story Time, and she's hearing from spirits like me, and so she's using the same words that I've been using, and it's when it goes to her, she's interpreting it slightly different when we're trying to figure out what is the story, and it's pointing more and more that the story is about me in a major way. And so that gives me hope that this divine oneness will direct us toward the World Fairness Agreement so we can stop this insanity caused from us doing each other wrong worldwide. So she just got this message and she just made a video saying how that they had been, she mentioned fraud, and they're doing something against this person to defeat her, and they didn't defeat her, but I'm not a her, I'm a he, but this could be somebody parallel, or speaking from androgyny. It doesn't matter whether you say he or she, you see what I'm saying? So they might be talking about me as a male. And anyway, the person that had been attacked with fraud is not failing and has integrated that attack into more power for them. So I'm hearing this positive message for me, regardless of whether it's about me or not, that I was empowered by them attacking me. So just because they didn't win, I realized I'm more powerful than ever now. And so they know that I'm not out for vengeance, they're forgiven. They just need to stop doing each other wrong. Because that's what I was directed to do. That's why this thing is directed by a power above all of us, that cares about all of us. So if we are safely within the divine oneness, all of us are safely within the divine oneness. And people call that God. I call it the divine oneness. So My spirit friend is telling me to help her. And so I know that there's this really powerful spiritual connection going on. And so it's like we know that something big's happening. A lot of people do all over the place. From the world of spirit or from the world of a bigger world that's helping humans. If you're atheist, skeptic, find out if we're telling you the truth about there's something else, that's extraterrestrials or whatever, that's helping us as humans. So these other non-humans, I was calling them reptilians, and they make a reflection of what the humans are up to. So if the humans are up to like attacking me, trying to get me to surrender because I'm liberal and the MAGA's going to kill me or whatever, then they play like they're MAGA people that are offending me. And they won't stop. So that's the connection with humans, is they're playing like they're humans. And they're behaving like they're humans. So I'm thinking, where are the nice ones? The nice non-humans that she just told me we're here. So they're just observing what's going on. So I finally got out of my depression and my hopelessness by knowing that we're within the divine oneness. Everything is within the oneness. And I'm focusing on the divine side of it, that we're going to make it divine oneness by our choices, rather than demonic oneness by becoming evil, because it would become evil. It's parallels with God. We're in the reflection of God. So what we are, God is. So if we're a bunch of cruel, selfish, uncaring creatures called humans, then that God is a creature to that effect. So, so God is a word that means the oneness to me, because I don't see a specific creator of things. I see we came from nature. Evolution. From no mind, mind emerges. And the divine mind is the one mind is the connected mind of all of us. It's like a collective mind of everything. And it's actually one thing. Literally one thing. From science, that all the parts act as if they're one thing. You can't define. There's no realism from separate parts. They gave the Nobel Prize in Physics for this line of thought. The separate parts world isn't real. It is not real. It breaks down to where you can't really say this is really something. When you look at it as the whole thing, then it's the only thing that's real is the oneness. That's what it's pointing toward. So the only thing there is God. And everything is God. God is everything. So now, I'm hearing from the reptilian branch, the MAGA mind, they're not going to kill me. I was just told that they're not going to kill me. And then it crosses over that they wasn't talking about me, they was talking about somebody else. And then this telepathic conversation becomes so worthless because you don't know who's talking to who. And it's like, just everybody shut up because this is not working. But they won't. So I can just put on music or listen to some line of thought that offends them, like atheism offends them. The scholars that are researching this strange, there's no evidence of Jesus. It must be a story. Same with Moses. They created the religions to control people. I watched a video on the machine that everybody's chained to. We're chained to it. And it doesn't have a solution other than realize so far I haven't listened to any more of his videos. But I can get connected with him and let him know where I'm at with that, with Nietzsche's line of thought. And the solution to that is divine oneness. So that they're in the chaos, in the anarchy, the breakdown of the laws we have, we are better off if we don't have any. We'd be better off with natural laws arising from anarchy. So that's where getting rid of your chains leads to. Just chaos. Nihilism. What's the point of living if this is all there is, kind of thing. So I'm arguing that there's something within us, we call it our heart. Poetically, it's our heart, our emotion center, our love, that brings hope to us. That there's a bright future. And so if you're wondering what is there, why be here, join with us and help us create the World Fairness Agreement. This has never been done. Can you imagine all the people on planet Earth using smartphones and translation, and they all understand the message, and we're all going to agree to not do anyone wrong, and we're all going to care about everybody, and the past is forgiven. It's not relevant. We can do that. So if you want to know, if you don't have a purpose in life, make this your purpose also. Thanks for listening.